So friends, let's start. Good afternoon. And today we are first time starting any Google Meet to understand views and also present our learnings from stock market in last 3-4 years. Uh, so let's wait for people, but we can continue. So agenda for today's meeting is like we would be covering few points. So first we will be discussing about recent changes or news which is very big impact for economy, stock market and for our trading calls. One is petrol dollar impact. Second, we will be discussing about some SEBI discount brokerage structure. Third is Indian IT companies outlook. Fourth is interesting stocks for short term. And then UP and other real estate effect in Indian economy post election. Fifth one is interim budget. And sixth is some courses and meetup, how we should be organizing this thing in future. So we would be discussing about courses, and because a lot of people want to learn something and share their knowledge and learnings, like Amit Agrawal, Somesh, who are active in this group, Nidhi Nayak and other Priya, etc., Ankit Gupta, myself as well. So we would be discussing, and there are some open discussions. So first, actually related to petrol dollar impact, how many of you guys are actually aware about this news, petrol dollar impact? Can you write yes or Y or N in the chat? Sorry, I want to make it little bit interactive so that everyone can contribute and it's not just one-way communication. You can also speak if you want to say something. Okay, so like petrol dollar impact is this is a recent news that we I think most of you have heard or might be hearing in next Monday or something. So the impact of this news is very big. So what happened is that like yes. So what happens is there is some 50 years, there is some contract between Saudi Arabia and US government, and the president, I think Roosevelt or someone, who has make a treaty with lot of countries during 1950s 60s that they would be doing like all the transaction related to oil should be happening in dollar, and at that point there was also some dollar backed by gold, but later on it has been changed. Are you able to see screen? Yes. Okay. So what happened is that that is a 50 years period, and 50 years period, and after that last June this transaction is the deadline has been over, or like this period for this treaty is over. So now Saudi Arabia is no longer bound by that treaty or contract or whatever pact that they can only sell oil using dollars. So it will be a huge impact for a lot of economies and emerging countries as well. So first impact is that what is going to happen is that India can buy like all this crude oil and kacha tel etc. from Saudi Arabia, Russia using local currencies, and it is not Saudi Arabia is also not bound by that rule. So one impact is there is a short term dollar might fall. You will also hear a lot of this news in US news channels like CNN etc. So in a short term, Reliance, ONGC would be in huge positive from Tuesday onward. Monday would be, I think, Bakrid and all, but from Tuesday onward the trading when it start, it will be we see some kind of changes or some kind of virality, or like VIX has been increasing in these oil stocks in like ONGC, Petrochem, Reliance. And another big impact when dollar goes down is also related to Indian IT companies. So Indian IT companies, what happens is that all their trading or their export was happening using dollar, because the most of their clients are in Europe, US. So once this dollar is going down in near term, maybe 1 month or something, there's impact on the revenues. So Indian IT companies, there is a two downside that we have explored or researched or analyzed. Another downside in last 1 year, most of the Indian IT companies like Infosys, Accenture, there's a 22% fall in the employee or actual workforce. Maybe due to they are not interested in joining these companies, or their attrition is high. And second impact is this dollar revenue. So Indian IT companies outlook is not good. Anyway, it's AI era is there. So for short term, if we want to earn something or like make use of, so we could be able to short some of the futures in Indian IT companies in short term. That might be one way to like gain some trading or like earn some money in the short term. So third thing is SEBI discount brokerage, or second point is SEBI discount brokerage. So SEBI discount brokerage, what happened is that there in 2020 during COVID, there was around 60% jump in Indian trader communities. Lot of people who were actually have no experience, around 60-70% new accounts are opened in zerodha, Upstocks, Grow. So during that year, also SEBI has reduced the margin. I think somebody, Mr. Banerjee, wants to talk what will be the impact on ONGC and Reliance. So impact, as I mentioned, we can buy shares of definitely Reliance. Reliance has two positive. One is there is a satellite network Wi-Fi connection, as well as they are actually provider of oil. So rather than as Indian company, Indian government has already some contract going on with Saudi Arabia with like purchasing. So they have to still continue with that. But with the Reliance, they can still manage the price. So this is a good thing, because as the dollar would be going down, so like Indian oil companies will be beneficial, because they have to pay less for the same amount of the petrol. And the Reliance would be another provider, because they will be able to fulfill some of this demand if in case Saudi Arabia want to control the demand and supply. So it is good for Reliance for two reasons. As I mentioned, the networking like Wi-Fi, satellite network, and this dollar impact. And ONGC would be other like Indian Petrochem or like Chennai Petrochem. Other companies would be also advantageous, because they have already like contract is going on and they have to pay less money. Still they have to continue the contract in dollar for 1 year or 6 months. So that is a good thing. Third, as I mentioned, like SEBI discount brokerage. So during like COVID period, around 60% jump in new traders or like new people have joined the community, Upstocks, zerodha, Grow. So during that period, what happens is there is a very less mutual funds have suffered lot of losses, and they have approached to SEBI that like we are like there is a less like people are doing less SIP and more trading. So during that period, SEBI has given 3 years or 4 years to reduce the overall discount brokerage. So what is why zerodha, Upstocks and these companies is giving 10 rupees, 20 rupees per day trade is because if you open a trading account with or a brokerage account with SEBI in the bulk, like if you are giving like 50 lakh revenue with SEBI using some market security transaction, they will give you discount of 20 to 30% on the bulk brokerage structure. So now after 4 years in their already memorandum or notice in 2020, by 4 years down the line, they want to reduce this discount and they want to keep it flat irrespective of the amount of the transaction some brokerage is bringing to their channel. So compared to any zerodha, ICI Bank or SBI brokerage, now it will be the common field, or we can say it is the same field for all the players without any discount giving by SEBI. And it will further reduce the impact on for traders is that now we are giving 10, 20 rupees and various discount for this transaction tax. But what will happen is that slowly these companies will increase the charges. So it is still a good time to do trading or learn trading, because SEBI wants, as a general perception is that less traders would be there and people more invest in mutual fund. There are thousands of mutual funds, every Navi and whatnot, new companies are giving new mutual fund. Major challenges with mutual fund is that even you are not having good return, and the person who's managing your mutual fund, they will have an expense ratio of 1 to 2% yearly, and even you take out your money, so they are not bind by any kind of profit driven. It is still, it's a competitive thing. You can compare different mutual fund, you can move your money, but there's expense ratio, exit ratio, charges were there, lock-in is there. And majority, like as per the recent circular in the SEBI website, they want less volume, and because their system as per their guidance is that uh, they are not able to handle that big volume. As India community, still the jump that we have seen and type of literacy in the trading and the risk that we are seeing with the pupil mindset is not commensurable or equivalent to the knowledge they are gaining. So they want to slow down this discount or trading trade number of traders growing. So as a good thing is that we can learn from this and try to use the time till we have a discount brokerage structure. And if you guys want to open account with us, like Zerodha broking account, using our link ZMPAEF, you will get 40% brokerage would be refunded to you. Third point is, as I mentioned, is Indian IT companies. So Indian IT companies will be having like it is a two like a double kick they are facing, because one is a dollar impact, another is last as per the NESCOM report or Indian IT companies report, there's a 20% fall in all, 20 to 30% fall in employee workforce in these companies. And earlier their advantage was big, every year new guys are joining and new projects are coming, but the outlook and the shift in AI and the new ability to handle new projects, it will impact to Indian IT companies. So stay away from Infosys, TCS. Fourth is interesting stocks for short term. So interesting stocks for short term is like as I mentioned, Reliance, that has two benefits, like satellite network. First, government want its own internal player like Reliance etc. to launch satellite Wi-Fi, then only they will allow Tesla. And anyway, second point is dollar impact would be there. So government is still have to buy dollars, this oil from in the dollar, so they might be able to, Reliance would be able to fill some of this demand, and will be able to better make its price and demand supply. So Reliance is a good. And third point in the Reliance is that we have seen like the jump in all the major stocks like Ultratech or other Nifty top 50 companies, but in Reliance still it's very consolidation phase if you see its pattern. So it's a good time to enter Reliance, and but the stop loss should be, I think, 28.50 and all. And like maximum you can think of in the near 1 month would be 100-200 points. Fourth point is UP and real estate effect after election. So fourth point is also very important for real estate. So all the big thing as per this recent election result, like Ayodhya result and all, you guys have heard that despite having like Ram Mandir and all these things, still the BJP candidate has lost his seat in Ayodhya. So what will going to happen is that government, and if you see the government wordings or in this recent times post election, they are not taking name of any like we did earlier they are used to taking Jai Shri Ram or something. So they somehow want to not take don't not want to go behind again the Jai Shri Ram. So their narrative seems like they are little bit upset, or they want to re-strategize how the effect of all this, because the elections would be in UP in next 6-7 months or next 1 year. So what is going to happen is that there would be some cut down in real estate effect in UP, etc. So don't invest any real estate or Noida projects or something. Second is like still we are going with like earlier the Mr. Yogi idea was that there would be a film city in UP. The film city is still in development, and even Ayodhya temple is completed, but there are still lot of things to be done, but that will slow down. And the big another things that came from some friends in film industries and marketing, they are understanding that big film producers are not willing to make films in the UP using their film city, all these the infrastructure which UP government has built, because they like all these big banners like Yashraj, and they will still be going to outside India or their Mumbai based local setups. So still the movies that will be built in UP film city is like local B or C grade movies only. So infrastructure and those themes, whatever the companies that are betting on these, like don't invest in that, or like if you are doing something buying properties in your hometown, avoid that. Fourth is interim budget. There is an interim budget happening in next 1 month. So try, if you are having some good profit, 20-30%, like around 50% would suggest to book that profit. Last is like related to courses and meetup. So courses and meetup. So some of the people was also pinging our admins guys in this group, and so the books that we are thinking of covering in next 1 year, which we have also read and have also thoroughly used in our last 10 years IT journey as well as trading journey for 5 years, and we have made good returns. So one these books we would be covering like algorithmic pair trading. Some of these are coding intensive books, but already there are Python packages and Java packages for that. Some books are related to understanding balance sheet, or like the bonds market, financial or price action, what are different candle patterns. And other books are related to your option trading, like how the delta factor, gamma factor, theta factor, etc. would be happening. So in next 1 year we would be covering these books in courses. So we would be running like lot of people were pinging admins that please teach us or something. So it is a open, if you are interested you can like fill the Google form and the admin guys will contact you. So fees that we have thought about is like 500 rupees per month or something, 5k per year. If you, and like the time duration, like we are have asked using Google form that how much time you can spend per week. So for these classes it would be 1 hour or 1-2 hour per week after this Google Meet. And but you have to also spend some time, 4-5 hours reading this book and like understanding the patterns or like previous case studies. So we would be covering that. Because now time has because now the trading is totally different compared to 10-15 years. Now things are quite algorithmic, and we have to use the latest tools to understand, and there are a lot of repeated patterns in the stock market and related correlations. So another correlations that you can learn after this course is even L&T is getting offer like from ONGC, etc. Another thing that you notice is recently ONGC is getting some offer and then L&T is running. So first thing is why ONGC is getting offer, because all these big companies already know that like this Saudi Arabia dollar pact would be ending. So they might want to invest this extra money in some capex operation. So ONGC is immediate beneficiary, and then ONGC started building new infrastructure, then L&T would be there. Then if you think one level deep, L&T would be correlated to Ultratech cement. So if you see the pattern in the stock market, the Ultratech cement is also running after this ONGC. So a lot of these things like correlation, causation, or other things, what is the reason and what is the impact, and impact would be like 5 whys, like why this happened, then further why that previous why was happening. So we will learn after this course what is the correlated stocks or that can be running, and we can earn some money using our existing job or whatever you guys are doing. So some of these courses, if you are interested, you can fill this Google form that I have also shared over WhatsApp or chat. uh, One last thing, and yeah, there's a Google form. So how to improve this Google Meet or make it more interactive, or what you guys want, if you can suggest, we can add more things. And we want this thing to be not one way communication, like everyone should be able to present their views, what they're thinking next 1 week or something. And once the last is a disclaimer that all these things is for educational purpose. We are definitely top 1% trader, successful trader in Indian as per zerodha certified trader, but we our certificate for financial advisor is still pending. So all these knowledge is for education purpose, and like if you guys think so your best, take decisions as per your ability and thought. We will not be responsible, but all these things are backed by technical data. So if you guys have any suggestions, you can speak, or how we can improve further, or you like it, if you can write in the chat, you learn something in this time, 30 minutes, or you can write interesting for I, or we should improve, or like will join again. So needs your input in the chat box, or you can just open your mic and just introduce yourself as well. Okay, so access is not there, so let me check the access and get back to you. So let's start with all of you guys. If you can just give 1 or 2 minute introduction about your trading or investment journey. So Anuradha, if you can start, and then Archana, then Mr. Banerjee, then Nagendra. Yes, Anuradha, you want to introduce yourself? Okay, let's start with Mr. Nagendra. Yes, Nagendra, what do you like about this session? Should we continue, or how we should improve? Yes, yes. Okay, sure. Could you please, yeah, you can also write your Gmail in the chat box so that I can share the information, or like your mobile number or WhatsApp. Yes, Archana, after you. Hello. So I think most of the people have left. So let's close this meeting. Let's see what's happened, and like I will also bring new information. And thanks for your time. Bye, guys. Hmm.